What's going on, guys? Wicked Duelist coming at you with another wicked video, and today I'm going to be showing you my Horus Kashtira deck profile. So for starters, we're going to go with our 3M SETI. And also to start off, every Horus card can be special summoned once as long as there's a King Sarcophagus on the field, face up on the field. So for Mseti, you can discard this card and another card from your hand to add a King Sarcophagus from your deck to your hand. Also, while this card is face up on the field, if another card leaves the field, you can non-target send one card from the field to the graveyard. Happy, while this card's face up on the field and another card leaves the field, pretty much you can recycle from any banishment and any graveyard 2 cards, either back to the hand or back to the deck. I play 1 Protector, and also play 1 Blessing. Protector, pretty much, if another card leaves the field while this card's on the field, you can, your opponent cannot target Horus monsters with card effects or attacks, and this one you can draw a card for different names for different names on your side of the field. I play 1 Walls of the Imperial Tomb. I pretty much use this in case I don't have King Sarcophagus or Mseti in hand. Pretty much you activate its effect. You can search for a Horus card from your hand, from your deck to your hand, then recycle 1 card from your hand after you search for the Horus card. And also his name is treated as King Sarcophagus, which is pretty good. I play the 3 King Sarcophagus. People play him at 1, sometimes 2, but I like to play him at 3. I want to see the card. Pretty much, your Horus monsters can't be affected by card effects unless they're targeted. Also, you can, up to 4 times per turn, you can discard 1 card, send 1 Horus card from your deck to the graveyard. And if a Horus monster battles a monster, you can send the card that they're battling, non-target. I play 2 of the fairies to recycle and for discard targets. I play the Crystal Beast, the little Crystal Beast package. Pretty much when this card's sent to the graveyard, banish it, and you can add 1 level 8 Crystal Beast monster from your deck to your hand. Also a field spell from your deck to your hand. But you can only use this effect once per duel. I play 2. The reason for that I play 2 is because I use it for discard purposes, and not only that, if for some reason my opponent negates this, I still have 1 more in deck I still have 1 more in deck to rely on. But even then, I mean, it's still a really good card. I use it for discard purposes, also for discard purposes, so it's pretty good. On to my Kashtira engine. I play 3 Fenrir. Pretty much, if you control no monsters, special summon them, and you can search for a Kashtira monster from your deck to your hand. Also, when it battles, when your opponent activates effect on its effect's resolution, you can banish 1 card on the field face down. Play Unicorn, same thing. Special summon with no monsters on the field. When you can search for a Kashtira spell card that's not a field, pretty much. Well, actually, field cards, I don't even think there's a Kashtira field card, but other than that, I mean, search for a Kashtira spell card from your deck to your hand. When it battles, or when your opponent's card effects resolution, you can look at your opponent's extra deck for game knowledge and banish 1 of them face down. I play 1 Scareclaw Kashtira. It's pretty good just for the. Honestly, I just use them for the level to exceeds. But other than that, I mean, to special summon it, you gotta banish a Kashtira or Scareclaw monster from your hand or deck, or hand or graveyard. And also any Kashtira monster that battles, it negates the monster they're battling's effect, or Scareclaw. I'm sorry. I play 1 Pressure Planet. I play this at 1 because it kind of gets a little bricky. At 2, because I mean, you're gonna be using almost all of your Kashtira cards at least by your 2nd turn. So yeah, I mean sometimes you won't see any of your Kashtira monsters first turn, but you'll see your pressure planet. Pretty much when the Shangri-La on activation, you can search for a Kashtira monster from your deck to your hand. Your monsters gain 100 attack per different attribute on the field, and also when the Shangri-La's effect is activated or activates, you can pop one card on the field. Pretty good card. I play 2 Theoses and 1 Birth. Pretty much your Theoses target a Kashtira monster on the field, special summon another Kashtira monster from your deck in defense position with a different attribute. Also, when it's banished, you can add a Kashtira card from your banished to your hand. And Birth is the best card you can have for your Kashtira lineup. I play him at 1. I don't really want to play him at 2 because it gets a little bricky. It's kind of like Pressure Planet. You're gonna pretty much be using all of your Kashtira monsters at least by your second turn. But even then, I mean, if you still have this card out on the field, you can just special your Kashtira monster from your grave. I mean, it's pretty broken with Birth. And also, you can normal summon a level 7 without tributing. And like I said, you can special summon a Kashtira monster from your grave or your banishment, which is pretty good. And when your opponent activates a spell, banish 3 cards from the graveyard face down. Pretty good. But there has to be at least 3 cards in your opponent's graveyard. And for the hand traps, I only play 2 Ash and 2 Gamma Seals. The reason why I play only 2 Ash and 2 Gamma Seals, I feel like I played with Drolls and all that, but I mean, it kind of sucks because I always see those cards. I always draw into all my hand traps, so it's like I'm not really playing the game at that point. I'm just waiting for your opponent to activate his cards, and then you're just sitting there with no cards on your board, and you just wait till next turn. You probably just get rid of one of their monsters, but you just give them a 22 beater. So that's why I only play Ash and Gamma Seal. I mean, you'll still see these cards, but the thing is, it's like playing the other hand traps. You can play them, but I see them too much. But this ratio right here is pretty good. I mean, even if you draw into these cards, it's like, okay, it doesn't matter because you already have your board set up with Kashtira monsters and Horus cards. I play the 2 foolish burial goods to send the trap card to get the crystal beast. I play 1 trade-in. I was playing him at 2, but I kept seeing this card in my hand. I mean, I'm sorry, I was playing 3, but I was playing 3 and I kept seeing this card in my hand. It's good to get rid of your little 8s to draw 2 to recycle and whatever. But I don't know, I just feel like 3 was a little bit too pluggy. I kept seeing this card, so at 1 was perfect. Terraforming in case you don't get your spell cards or your field spell cards to hand, and it's also a good ash bait. I play Secret Village of the Spellcasters. It's really good once you get your Mseti on board. Once you get your Mseti on board and you have your board good, I mean, it's kind of hard to get over. Your opponent pretty much scoops first turn. I mean, there's not much they can do to get rid of this card. They can't Lightning Storm. They can't do anything. They can probably get rid of your Mseti, but other than that, I mean, if you still have your King Sarcophagus out on the field, I mean, just special summon your Horus monsters back. But you'll have a board you'll have a good board set up before you even activate this card anyway. So 1 Call by the Grave, 1 Tactics, and 1 Thrust. I don't really see these cards too often. I'll see the Tactics more than I see the Thrust, but even then, I'm kind of glad that I don't really see these cards. Although they are really good cards to when you go first. So if they ask you, you could just activate your Tactics or your Thrust, whatever. But even then, I mean, I do want to see these cards, but I kind of don't at the same time. And it's good that I don't really see them. But even if you do see them, I mean, it's not like it's nothing to cry about, Then last but not least, I play 2 Solemn, 1 Skill Drain, and 1 Tigaboo. I play the Tigaboo because even though I'm playing the Kashtira lineup, they're all sidekicks. I'll just wait till like they're using up pretty much everything, and if I have nothing else but a Tigaboo left, I mean, just activate the Tigaboo and they're locked into just one type. I mean, there's not much they can do really with one type. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to send my Kashtira monsters, but I mean, at that point, I still have a good board up on the field with my Horus monsters, and I'll still have a Kashtira monster on board. So Tigaboo really comes in clutch a lot. Onto my extra deck, I play the Zombie Vampire. Detach one, send both players sends the top 4 cards from their deck to the graveyard. You can special summon one of those monsters that you can pretty much special summon if they're able to, and you can't really, this card's unaffected by card effects unless, or it can't be targeted by card effects unless it's targeted by a special summon monster from the grave. I play this one Shangri Ra. So the Shangri Ra, for on every standby phase, you can special summon a Kashtira monster from your deck out in the field. Also, when this card will be destroyed, you can detach one material from this card instead to keep it on board. I play the funny card Flare Metal Dragon for the burn. The big guy for the control. I play number 1, really good card. You can detach one. And pretty much I think you destroy one card on the field. I'm pretty sure you destroy one card on the field or send it, doesn't matter. If it's a monster, you burn them for 1,000, I believe. It's almost like a, oh, I'm sorry, they lose their attack. Like, they lose life points equal to the attack, I'm sorry, if it was a monster. And on your standby phase, you can pretty much send one card from their extra deck to the graveyard, which is pretty good. So it's also game knowledge right there. And the card that really comes in clutch a lot is the Fire King. Pretty much you just two Horus monsters, special summon this card, destroy every other monster on the field. Pretty clutch. And when it's destroyed, sent to the graveyard, you can special summon himself. Pretty broken. And the card that I always bring out a lot is the number 90. This is for the monster, for the Nibiru negate, or for the Ash negates, you know, anything that you need to negate that's going to interrupt you if you're making plays. I mean, you just go for him. He's a really, he comes in clutch a lot. Also, I play the number 68. I don't play this card too often, but it is a really good, card to play. That's why I have him in here, and I don't really want to take this guy out. I took him out once and I regretted it. It also works against you, kind of, but not really, so you just want to play this card last. The reason I say that is because this card gains 100 attack and defense for each monster in the graveyard. Once returned, you can detach one material from this card until the end of your opponent's turn. You cannot this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, neither player can special summon monsters from the graveyards. So yeah, that works against you too, but you want to summon this card last, and then you activate its effect, and your opponent cannot special summon monsters from the grave, which is pretty clutch. Then you got your spell negate, you got your non-target sand. We got the number 97 and number 100. This is your push for game right here. Really good cards to play. Sometimes, personally, I don't really go into these cards too much, but I do go into them, and when I do go into them, it's really satisfying. I play the Sky Thunder and the Sky Crisis. Then, last but not least, I play the Exical Talker. Pretty clutch cards. Well, yeah, guys, that is my deck profile of my Kashtira Horus. I really hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. If you guys liked the video, make sure you leave a like and comment on what you guys think. What do you guys think I should change up? If there's anything you guys would want to see different about this deck, please let me know. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you very much. Bye bye.